And I maxed out my inventory. Shit. I don't even know what he has on him. Is it just his armor again? Because I already have his armor. I think that's one of the frustrating things is the game won't just tell you what there is, so you can know. That would definitely help. Like if you're picking up items, it'd be nice of them to just tell you what the items are, so you could tell whether or not you even want to pick them up in the first place. I'm about to drop all these items now, just for a moment. Just so I can be sure. Let's not drop, just in case, let's not drop that, maybe. Oops. You can sort items with the reorganize feature. I've never used that before. Auto sort's nice to have, though. I've never used it before, though. How would you automatically sort my rings? I honestly thought they were already sorted. Aren't they already sorted? Wait, I think this game already I think auto sort only resets it to its current sorting after you do reorganize. Because I think it's already auto sorted. I'm already over equip load again. See, this is the game's really making my point for me right now. Like, we've all had this experience and this menu thing, it's like lagging. There we go. We've all had this experience in so many games, and how many of those games were there where it improved the experience? And I know what your answer, because the answer is survival horror games. And no other games. No. 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 This is one of those moments where the game's like, I heard you was talking shit, and then it decides to just fully embrace the thing I was talking about. Just to make my point, though. I don't even... what's frustrating is you can't even tell what the weight of the thing on the floor is, so it's like, it'll overburden you. Okay, how much does it weigh? You have to drop an arbitrary number of stuff in order to find out how much it is. It's fine, it's fine. I left the greatsword behind. I'm just gonna take this permanent blow to my collection habit that I can't ever recover from. It feels great. I feel great. Get out of here, random nonsense. Oh, I put my bow away on accident. Whoops. Whoopsie. Yeah, I picked up all my other crap, by the way. Should get rid of a lot of this stuff, though. Stuff that I don't care about, necessarily. Like you, and I'm never gonna wear a bleeding resistance ring. Fire resistance makes sense. Poison and plague, sure. Mostly plague. These magic ones don't matter. Attack raises when you're low on health. Yeah, no. Playing ring is important, obviously. Don't care about grave robber. Ring of avarice I should put back on for soul reasons. So I can get huge. Look at all those soul items I've got in my inventory. Oh, goodness me. Get out of your fresh spice.
We are it.
Good news is Bjor's dead. Which means that Mephistopheles is happy once again. How you doing?
Done already? Here is your reward. Take it.
Ah, here comes level 5.
Don't look at me with that ravenous countenance of greed. There is more work for you. I want you to kill Prince Ariona Alant. He goes by the pseudonym Ostrava. No reason for pause now, is there?
Look at that.
Excellent. I'm relying on you.
We learn Ostrava's real name in Extense. We find out that he is Alant's son, which was obvious already because he's all like, my father's ahead. I guess it's not that obvious yet. It's just it becomes obvious because I know this game too much at this point, I guess. But he is Alant's son. And he's here seeking some sort of redemption or to find out what happened in his beloved kingdom. And he's totally gonna make it.
What on earth are you doing?
Wow, you have a lot of armor. You seem to have a lot of armor, dude. Impressive.
What on earth are you...
What on earth are you doing? You noticing what's happening yet? Still passive? Whoa, is your health recovering? Neat. Or is that the game? Oh, did your health reset when the game decided that it was time to start the fight? Huh. Wow, he's got a lot of health. Despite how helpless he is the entire game, he's paradoxically actually tough. Sorry, Ostrava. I've saved you enough times, though. Unfortunately, the inevitable actual ending he goes down is that he kills himself. Unfortunately, so he doesn't have a happy place to go anyway. He realizes that his father, or this is all, I'm gonna get details wrong if I say any of this, unfortunately. But like, he realizes what's happened to his father, the corruption, or the source of what's going on in this kingdom and the fall of everything, and he finally just kills himself next time you see him in the story anyway. That's the culmination of all the times you've saved him, unfortunately. But apparently, killing himself does not count as you killing him for this quest chain, so you have to randomly murder him like I have.
Well, well. Very smooth work. Almost merciless. Here is your reward. Be thankful for it. Normally it would never find its way into your impure hands. Don't look at me with that ravenous countenance of greed. There is more work for you. I want you to kill the witch Yuria. I will, of course, provide you with a reward of similar value. Excellent. I'm relying on you.
I'm glad to be doing this quest finally, because I love quests like these in these games. People will be bothered by the apparent lack of story and NPC interactions in their first playthrough in many cases, and I agree with that. I don't think that the two are mutually exclusive. I think that's also kind of a problem. But I like that there's weird secrets. I like that there's entire quest chains that you can find only by digging deeper and weirder and stuff like that. Like, you only can even encounter this entire NPC if you go down the dark path of becoming this murderer and stuff like that. But he doesn't make it easy. They don't make it easy for you either, because even after you've hit the point where you've encountered that NPC, she sends you on missions to kill characters that you will probably never meet. So then you're like, where the hell's those characters? And it becomes this crazy, like, bunch of, like, yarn on a corkboard, like, networked spidered mess of trying to figure out how to find these characters that this person's talking about. And that just leads to you discovering more and more about the game. And so, like, the more you question it and look around and figure out what's going on here, the more you discover. Like, Bior is a hidden character. And you're rewarded two different ways for finding him. One, he'll help you against the Penetrator, the next boss fight. Two, he can act as a reward for Mephistopheles here, which is what I'm doing, or he can help you against the dragons later on. It's like, he's a useful character, and you only find him by going through here, getting those keys, going back into the previous zone you've already beaten, and go and unlock a door. And we're about to do another instance of this weirdness, I believe, if I can remember how to do this correctly, because Yuria is also, like, basically a secret character. And she's kind of important because she's a spellcasting vendor, but she's also this, like, secret, she's this part of this assassination quest line, just giving you another chance to have some sort of indication that she exists, so that you can then go down the rabbit hole trying to figure out where the hell she exists. These damn dogs. Alright, so if I remember correctly, I need to dress up. Because after murdering those officials, also, I don't know if I've remarked on this before, but I guess the reason why that official was less resourceful and just standing there in the open was because it's actually a different official, because the guy that hid behind the gate was still there when I got there. I'm kind of bummed out there's so many copies of the official. I kind of wish that he was just this one universal dickhead that you saw a bunch of times, and you finally get to kill him once, and it'd be really satisfying. So the official's cap. Fat ministers who appeared just before demons run rampant in Boletaria are ingratiated themselves to King Allant, oppress the masses with sly grins. This hat said to have been resented by the masses as a hateful reminder of them. So now I'm wearing this dickwad's hat. Yeah. Also masked fat people guiding the masses through the burning wreckage of society and profiting off of it is a thing that comes back in Dark Souls 3 with the in that case a female. So I believe I need to pretend to be a minister to get in. And I think the key and the hat dropped off the same person. I don't remember which place which of these goes where. Got myself a stone. Also, did I see debris falling through the world over there? Double check that real quick. So my camera was clipping through the world, right? Like just right. That's wow. It's hard to replicate. That happened completely an accident. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It's not gonna happen on purpose. Ah. I think I clipped the camera perfectly through the wall, and then I think I saw the physicsy debris falling through the world as a result, which you normally would never get a chance to even glimpse. So I just kind of wanted to try to replicate that, but it's actually really hard to get the camera perfectly in place on purpose. Hey you, let me in, I work here. I definitely work here. Am I misremembering where the hat's used? Probably. All this effort to rescue the witch just so I can murder them. Not really as gallant as it is normally. I think I hear enemies. Yep, he's bringing it down. Ring of the curse and ring of magical nature. And so the guy lowers the bridge if he sees you because he thinks we're friends. Haha, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. You shouldn't have trusted me. Goodbye. He fell for it. It was me the whole time. It was Fluted Man. It's the wrong menu. Haha. They fell for my ruse.
Heavens, you came to save me. Thank you. No, I'm fine. With a little rest, I can soon walk. You go on ahead. I do not wish to be a dead weight.
They always stuck with this idea. Every character you encounter is some kind of prisoner, usually, and they're gonna rest and take a break or something, and they'll magically appear in the Nexus or somewhere else later on without the, because then they don't have to animate it or justify it going from point A to point B. And it's not just laziness though, because you'll think like, oh, they don't have to make the AI run around. That's lazy, right? But it's also a solution of sorts. It's an awkward, very obvious solution that like you can tell exactly what they're doing and you're not fooling anyone with it. But it does solve a big problem that happens in some of these games, like Elder Scrolls games sometimes, for example, where like it's running a full simulation, and part of running that full simulation might be that the character can wander off and die on their way back, and it often will do that off camera without you ever having a chance to see it happen or know why it happened. And while that is a cool part of having a proper simulation, and like it's a cool consequence, that the idea that that kind of stuff can happen, but it's kind of one of those things that's cooler in theory than it is in practice, because when it actually happens in the playthrough, you're like, oh great, that character's canonically dead for this entire playthrough because they died somewhere off camera wandering around, and like that's a bummer. And there are a few instances, including Ostrava, where that can happen in this game and other games in this series, so you can definitely see why they would choose to get rid of them in that way. You're showing up in loading screens a lot. Oddly fitting, like you know what's going on. Place is getting really empty now, ain't it? It's just those two dudes and her. And our friend upstairs, really. Yeah. They really cleaned the whole place out. At least I'm doing it. And at least, like, we get to see it happen in the playthrough. If Yurt is left around here, he'll just keep killing off characters off camera. And I believe you can go to their bodies and loot them, but you don't get a chance to actually, like, properly be a part of much of any of it. And that probably makes this entire quest chain impossible or something, I would guess. A little bit of thematic resonancy here. There's the Ring of Magical Nature, which increases your spell capacity. Legend says that cursed witches are born holding it, the natives of savage lands avoiding it at all costs. Ring of the Accursed becomes enemy's top attack priority. A thin gold serpent ring draws the attacks of all enemies. Once used to mark criminals, the bearer of the ring was continuously pelted with stones and spat upon. So we have two instances here of some, like, environmental storytelling via items that we grow to expect from them later on, because we're in this. That entire sequence is neat to me. You kill an official, wear his clothes to impersonate him, which is just his hat, which is funny, but whatever. Then you sneak in and you find, like, this place where they're keeping the witch prisoner, and there's multiple corpses in there featuring one ring that is a magical ring for magic users, so it fits there because it's it's one of their victims. And then also another one, a ring of a victim, but in this case it's a ring that marks them as being an accursed. So it marks the people that are the ones that are outcasts of society and the types that would then end up there eventually. It all fits together. But it also matches, but it's also, unfortunately and fortunately, I don't know, it continues this trend with From Software games where they care more about the items being in a place that makes sense than they do about the game being playable. So a lot of useful items and spells and stuff like that throughout these games are often found at, like, the end of the game. And then it's like, cool, I got this thing that I can't even use reasonably within the playthrough. So new game plus, I guess, which is bizarre, but it makes sense for the part where they're trying to make it make sense more so than be good for the actual progression of your playthrough.
Hello again. You saved me from great agony. I am sorry, for I cannot offer proper thanks. If you wish, however, I can teach you magic in trade for demon souls. But my witchcraft is of a dark nature, and arouses suspicions. Why not try the magic of great sage Frake? Are you certain you wish to learn witchcraft? It would honor me to assist one such as you, but are you sure?
He teaches you Ignite, Firestorm, and Soul Thirst. I think this is the spell gives the user a thirst for souls, taking as many souls as possible from the target. The caster's behavior mirrors that of demons. I think you just activate it and then you get more souls from enemies or something. Yeah, slaying enemies yields more souls. And then she's functionally the pyromancy trainer of sorts. In this case, the witchcrafting. A spell mimicking the raw power of the dragon god, Sultan of Chaos. Its devastating flame is impossible to control.
Once, I lusted after the power offered by demon souls. I ventured through the fissure into Boletaria, but became trapped in the Nexus. Then the king's executioner Meralda chained me up inside that tower. My thirst for demon souls is no more. On the contrary, I find such power dangerous. Frake wields a different type of magic from my witchcraft. Frake's magic stems from an understanding of the essence of the demon soul, while my witchcraft merely channels its energy. If the demon is cursed, so shall be the witchcraft. Frake's power comes from human potential, while mine is a dark, dependent art. If the demon is cursed, Frake's power... I owe my life to you. If you're ever in need of witchcraft, speak to me. It is a dark art, but it is all that I can offer.
You owe your life, you say? Ouch. No ouch? Oh, she's like initiating something that didn't get pulled off. The old ragged set, and then once again another ring of magical nature. Oh, I feel bad. Well, I've scoured all of the survivors from my environment, basically. All that's left is Stockpile Thomas and one of the two brothers that upgrade my items. Boy, oh boy, is it getting somber around here. When I saw the list of characters you have to kill, I didn't fully process that it was basically every character. I was like, oh yeah, that's basically all the people. Might as well go up there and go kill the Millennial, too.
So, you've completed everything, hey? You're what they might call a miracle worker. Lastly, I must only kill you, and the secret of the soul shall be eternally safe.
Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Well, that took care of that. And there it is. Yep, the Epi Rapier, the Gold Mask, Ring of the Accursed, and the Parrying Dagger. So she has a series of items that reveal that she is definitely, in case it somehow wasn't obvious from the Gold Mask you could see on her, that she's this mysterious group that you saw listed before. So items that we found on the way here actually indicate her identity a little bit. Because you didn't have to find the Gold Mask, but it was in the same zone as Yurt, and you have to find Yurt in order to find Mephistopheles. Even among the masked society that seeks to harness the power of souls, only those in a particular high rank may wear it. So she was on a mission to wipe out everyone who knows the soul, the soul arts, in order to stop its utilization at all. So you realize that's why she's not having you kill Stockpile Thomas, for example. She has you specifically killing all of the spellcasting vendors. At least, well, not only, but she specifically has you kill the spellcasting vendors. But then, like, the King Allen's was probably up to soul arts, so she has you kill his son. And Patches is just up to all sorts of shit, so I'm sure that he knew something too, because he's someone who probably knows things in general, so I can kind of see why he'd be on the list too. But at the very least, it explains why she starts you off by saying kill all the spellcasters, and then kill all those spellcasters, then track down that special spellcaster and kill them too, and then kill everyone that's loyal to King Allen's that it can be found, until we're running out of all of these knowledgeable... We've basically killed off every knowledgeable character that is still a human who is still alive in this game. Leaving only a couple of blacksmiths, some miscellaneous adventurers, and vendors that I'm sure aren't going to amount to doing a lot. And then somewhat curiously, the Maiden in Black. She doesn't have to kill the Maiden in Black, which she seems like that would maybe make the list, but maybe the Maiden in Black can't be killed. Although I think you can kill her and she won't come back for the entire playthrough. And then she also had this thing that marks criminals, which now, since we saw a criminal in the tower with Yuria, we now know that she likely knew about soul arts, and that's why she has the same ring that Yuria did and everyone else in that tower, is that she was one of those members. And it actually adds a little bit of an interesting paradox, because she's got this, like, this high society mask and this accursed ring. I believe she gave me the foe's ring, right? Raise attack power as a black phantom. Mysterious red-black ring from Mephistopheles increases attack power as a black phantom. This mysterious ring supports treachery against others. Since its bearer raids warriors in other worlds and devours their souls, the Friend's ring makes a matching set with this ring. I don't think, they never use this ring again in the future games, right? Because they probably thought it'd be overpowered. Because it's a hell of a ring to have. It's a ring that makes you more powerful when you invade other people's worlds, which is kind of a dick move to even include in the game when you think about it. Interesting choice there. I also got the Talisman of Beast for killing Bior. She said that somebody with my impure hands would not normally get this, which makes sense because it's a talisman meant for spellcasting of miracles. An old wooden amulet resembling the old one. It can utilize both miracles and spells. The symbol of the god was nothing more than the image of the old one. So it's got a... seems to have something Lovecraftian going on there. The, this actually brings back memories, because a while ago, they, From Software announced Project Beast. And at the time, some people mentioned that it might be a revitalization of Demon's Souls, because there was a Talisman of Beasts. It also led to people showering my Shadow Tower playthrough with views, because people also thought Shadow Tower might be Project Beast. So I got a bunch of people declaring that that's definitely that Shadow Tower is definitely Project Beast, and I was getting so many views from that, which has happened again recently, because now everyone thinks that Shadow Tower is Shadows Die Twice, and so everyone's coming back and being like, oh my god, it's Shadows Die Twice, and they're like astroturfing over all of the Project Beast comments without having the being self-conscious and aware enough to notice that they're just doing the same thing again that was not true last time. It's really a funny, like, social experiment to watch in action. I get a kick out of it. I hope it happens again, both because I profit from it monetarily and because it's very funny. I'm not going to use the foe's ring, so let's get rid of these items that just hurt my inventory and my ability to walk around and not become overburdened periodically. And I've got another colorless demon soul. So will this boss fight be hard? Yes, no, hard to say, but god damn it, apparently I'm gonna have a +5 version of this weapon before I get there. Let's get that in there. Well now, let's get this done. What is your need? Dragon Bone Smasher, rank 5. So it's going up by another 20 this time. The base damage goes up by 20, and my scaling damage is going up by 15. So I'm getting another 35 damage. Ah! That's it, right? Yeah, now all you can do is melt it down back to nothing if you want to. So, oh my god, it does like 500 damage. Oh, it's terrifying. It's a problem. So, I managed to get all of the colorless demon souls that I needed, all 5 of them, in order to... Come on, man. In order to get this maximum upgraded weapon. And I didn't have to make any pure black world tendencies to fight the weird demon monsters that normally drop them. But it does paint some interesting ideas of what kind of character my person is. You've tried to, like, interpret my gameplay in some sort of role-playing perspective, like what kind of person he is. And it's like, he's got to be like one of those... He's not specifically evil or specifically good. Well, definitely not good. He's one of those, like, completely amoral people that just has a specific goal and will do literally anything to achieve said goal and doesn't care what the process is, presumably. That seems to be the takeaway at the moment. Because you get the first colorless demon soul, I don't remember how. I have forgotten. But there's one colorless demon soul that I believe you get in a relatively easy, common way, I believe. But then I got 2 of them from Sparkly the Crow by just trading in special trinkets with a curious bird, and like that, this weirdly charming kinship behavior. But then I also go on a murder spree to do the other ones. And it's like, I didn't just randomly decide to murder people. I specifically murdered people for the exact purpose of getting these souls that were offered me for the specifically if I do go through and kill these people. And so I'm just doing whatever it takes to get a specific action done. It's like, at some point, it's like, what? I'm like the kind of character who would create a chimera in a Full Metal Alchemist. Like, just somebody who just doesn't give a shit. Ow. And will, say, ruin their own family members just to see their work finished. Which is interesting, because that's a reoccurring trope in some forms of media, is like somebody who's obsessed... Ooh, didn't see that guy there. Someone that's fully obsessed with, like, some kind of, like... mystical sword. Oh, it fell through the environment, so I can't get the item. Dick. Like, I am basically Makoto. I'm not Makoto, I'm Tsutsuki. I am the guy that wants the Makoto, and he'll like, whoa, now we've got this mega weapon, I gotta test it out. So like that guy was like a parallel for my character's storyline, basically, because I'm doing the same thing, just seeking a powerful weapon and doing whatever it takes to get there, no matter who I step on along the way, and all the way down to wiping out most of the named characters. Doesn't completely fit the storyline, because some of those characters I took out just because Mephistopheles wanted me to, because I'd already gotten once I got the colorless soul from Bior, that was over. So I believe Ostrava and Uria were superfluous to that. That was just me as a player wanting to see what happens at the end, which is that Mephistopheles reveals that she basically she's basically obliterating all magic users from the world so that the soul arts can be a secret forever. Hey guys. Having a good time? Wow, it's 500 souls for one swing of a sword. How you guys doing? You wanna come fight me? You gonna come fight me? How'd that work out for you? That's a really cool secondary attack. Ow. Rude. Whew. That's nice. I see you there. I see you shooting at me. He didn't even move. They have not gotten it. Despite the fact that you have to get through the Dragon God and Flame Lurker in order to get here, there's still these crappy army dudes that like barely even react to your presence and don't know how to fight. It's actually really funny. You could say that it's a balancing problem, but you could also interpret it. Wow, that's they're giving me a lot of grass. You could also interpret it as this might be seen as like a power fantasy moment, or like one of those RPG moments where they try to express to you how much you've progressed, like in Dark Souls when they make those two demons boss fights. Oh my God, okay, so you're all just different ones. There's zero continuity for that guy. It's a different one every single time, apparently. Kind of diminishes the effect a little bit, but it is kind of amusing to wipe them all out. But you could see this as being one of those power moments, like in Dark Souls, where they make those Tauros Demon and Capra Demon are standalone bosses, but then they become normal enemies, and also the Gargoyle you encounter as a normal enemy at some point. Ow. This is a problem, because they have lances. Oh, shit. Shit. This is always a problem. Trying to hit these guys as they charge you with those damn things. But you could say that maybe they intentionally didn't make this place any tougher to make you notice how much more powerful you got between the beginning of the game and the later part where you're now... do I have the thief ring on? Hey, buddy. You didn't notice that, huh? Oh, shit. The power of thief ring. Ow, he blocked that? Oh, I didn't block that. God damn, these guys hurt. Good thing they gave me so much grass. Hey, thanks. Oh, wow, I have 63 of those now. Oh my God. They were nice enough to give you all these enemies that spam you with healing items, so that you can have them available to you during the Penetrator fight. How polite of them. Ow. I have the slowest weapon ever made. There we go. Gotcha. This is gonna be interesting. I don't have a shield. I feel like a shield might help. Although he's called the Penetrator, maybe he's really good at taking out shields, and that's the point. Let's use crappy grass. There we go. Try not to die. I've got 20,000 souls. You just got penetrated. Ha 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 ha. Oh. best Demon Souls song. Woohoo! Ow. Ow. Woohoo! Wow, that didn't hit me. There's some hitbox porn for you. Oh. That worked multiple times. Okay. Oh, what a fantastic fluke. Look how low, because you get so low to the ground. Look at it. So the R2 takes you so low to the ground that his counterattack goes over my head. So it's a free hit. Oh, man. Never did I imagine that that could go so bizarrely well. That his attacks would just miss me. Oh my god. My mentions of that fight until now were longer than the actual fight. Jesus. Oh boy. Oh, this is fascinating. Alright. Let's put you away. Thank goodness you are safe. You know what? I've already ruined this character. Fuck it. Fuck it. I already made him have pure black world tendency, which I believe, like, is such a bad... pure black character tendency is such a bad thing that it's so hard to fix that you're basically stuck there. And, like, it takes you, like, multiple playthroughs potentially to even fix it. It's like, I probably wouldn't do a second playthrough with this character. So let's just embrace all the souls I can get. Wow, that whole boss fight's soul is only worth 1,500. That's better. Oh my god. Drink it up. Drink up them souls. Oh, it feels so dirty and gross. I'm using up the boss souls. I never do this. This is a playthrough of new experiences, and I'm not taking it easy on myself. We're going in rough. Why am I talking about it in these terms? Wow, that was a lot. Oh my goodness. Why is it worth so much? What the hell? Oh, it's so many souls. What the? It's gonna be like 500,000. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay, now I've just got to the non-boss souls. Those still, they technically exist. Oh my goodness. What have I done? This is a good example of what I talk about when I say that demons, like, these are generally games you don't have to grind in. Oh my god. There are alternate solutions, it would appear. I have 315,000 souls! That's 3 more damage, that's 2 more damage, that's 3 more damage, that's 2 more damage, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3... Ah, caps at 50, you say? Apparently. And dexterity will not increase my damage. That was most of it already. It was just to get that far. So 50 is apparently the cap. My attack power will not go any higher as a result. Well, vitality it is. Oh, only 2 more levels were left anyway, because my souls required per level is up to 30,000.
Art thou done?
Oh, I'm done, it would appear. Oh my god, what is my damage like? 518. Now it's 280 plus 238. Oh my god. I'm gross. What have I done? What have I done? What's the... Are you repaired? I did just craft you a moment ago. Yeah, you've only lost 5 durability so far. Oh my goodness. The power of colorless demon souls is something to be reckoned with.